welcome to the Craft Parenting Podcast, the podcast where we do crazy dance moves in the introduction.
Who is this we?
And the podcast about two Cincinnati craft beer lovers with a parenting problem. My name is Joe. This is Caroline.
Hi.
Hello. And we are back once again for the second last beer of the Higher Gravity Beervent calendar of 2023.
Merry Christmas, y'all, if you're listening to this the day that it releases.
Yeah, this releases on Christmas, and you will have to wait for the final beer on December 26th.
Yup.
Because that's just how the schedule was. But without further ado, I'm very excited for this beer.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to talk about, what is beer number 24 for day 24?
Good job. I got worried for a second. We are going to drink the Mad Elf Grand Cru ale brewed with honey and cherries. It's in a bottle. Would you like to pop the top? Or do you want to read the description?
I will read the description.
It is 11%. The description is on their website. It's also on the bottle.
Yeah, this is a big boy. 11%. Not the biggest beer we've had.
I'm going to move the mic that way.
Yeah. So, this is by Tröegs. Brewing company, and they're based in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And this is Mad Elf Grand CRU. Grand Cru. And they say, if you know Tröegs, then you know the Mad Elf, the legendary holiday ale that helped put our little brewery on the map. In your hands is the director's cut. Tart Ballatin cherries make all the difference. Flush with supporting notes of brown sugar, cinnamon, and clove. This beer begs to be shared. Take a 4-pack home. Gather your friends. Cherish the cherries. ABV is 7%. It's available once a year. The color is burgundy.
If I can get the bottle open.
Maybe we need to take a pause and just go over there and open it.
I might need to. It's like, usually I can get the cork to twist and I can pull it up. Like if it's champagne, I can do that. The cork is not twisting at all.
And we're back.
Yeah. Hi. So usually with champagne, I can just twist the cork and then like wiggle it off. This did not want to do that, so I had to get some more leverage on it.
All right, we are back. So I read the description, and I'm excited for this beer. It's going to be a sipper.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to pour the whole bottle or if I'm just going to pour part of the bottle.
Yeah, just part of it.
Because we
are batch recording this.
Yeah, because Mama needs to finish wrapping Christmas presents. Santa's done, but the parents are not. Because Santa has elves that help him out.
So you can kind of see the cherry in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely burgundy. There isn't much of a head. I don't know if maybe we're drinking this a bit cold. I don't know.
Why is that?
I don't know.
We're using the wrong glassware. I know
we are. We're supposed to be drinking this out of a chalice. Oh, wait, I can put this here. Label to camera.
Label to camera. Okay.
I think we moved the table.
Yeah, we did a little bit. All right.
That's better. Easier to get label to camera now. I can definitely smell the cherries. Ooh. And it looks like it might have had like a blush head. If it was going to have one.
Again, that's very, very, very cherry.
Ooh. Little tart.
Tart. Yep, I get that. Did they say this is a holiday ale or it's just...
This is a holiday ale. This is the director's cut of the Mad Elf.
Okay.
So it's the fancy Mad Elf.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It is very good. It's just very cherry to me. I wouldn't call this necessarily a holiday beer. I would call it maybe like some kind of sour or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely tart.
Definitely a sipper.
Oh, yeah. I can kind of taste the alcohol, but it's more like in the aftertaste, not so much when you're first drinking it. And
Yeah.
it's more, it's on my breath. It's not
on
my palate.
I don't get brown sugar or, well, we've used brown sugar in one of our home brews, and
We did.
that just ups the alcohol content.
It ups
basically.
the sugar content because brown sugar is just regular sugar with molasses.
Yeah, it ups you give the yeast more sugar to eat.
Yeah.
So you don't really taste it when you add brown sugar. That, at least in our experience.
Mm-hmm.
The clove and subtle peppercorn.
I'm getting like maybe like a spiced cherry, but it's mostly just cherry. But it's not like medicinal cherry. It's like some tart.
Oh, it's good.
Cherry
It's
strudel.
good cherry. Yeah, it is. This is a good beer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to think if I could smell anything.
I mean, I got some cherries on it, but yeah, not much more than that. I don't know if I'm starting to get a cold, so it's harder for me to smell stuff.
No, it does have a warm, like, aftertaste, like, kind of warms you up.
Yeah.
That's probably the alcohol.
It totally is.
This is good. We've had this brewery on the show before. We had their Pilsner.
Yes.
For one of our shows. It was the Pilsner show.
Yes. When I couldn't find the Pilsner that I was looking for, I found their Pilsner, and it was a good Pilsner.
That was back in August 2021.
Was that?
In 2022.
I was going to say, okay, 2022 makes more sense.
Yeah, 2022.
It was not this year.
That's when it released, at least.
Okay. So, a bit about Tröegs. Tröegs? I think it's Tröegs, is what we decided. Nice to meet you. We're a bunch of family, friends, and kindred spirits who share a love of great beer. Together, we make Tröegs. Founded in Pennsylvania in 1997 by brothers John and Chris Trogner, Tröegs is driven by a sense of adventure and curiosity. You might know our Perpetual IPA, the best-selling IPA in Pennsylvania, or the dark, malty, and crisp Tröegenator. Maybe you've tried one of the hundreds of experimental Scratch Series beers we've brewed, or taken the, quote, best brewery tour in America, end quote, here at our Hershey home. Whether you're already a member of our extended family or you're just getting to know Tröegs, there's always something new to discover. Crack a Perpetual and stay a while.
Let's see. Mad Elf, the base of this, it basically put them on the map, I think they say.
Yeah.
So it's one of their staple beers. It's a seasonal.
It's seasonal. It's only available in the wintertime.
I thought I remember watching something that talked about this and them like trying to get it right and staying up late and
possibly because I think I wanted to see how they pronounced their name and then nobody ever pronounced it.
Yeah.
So they've been around for 25 years and they went from 2 brothers to 250 people. And you can still sometimes see people in the tap room that were part of their like first volunteers of the beer line. So because they started in 1997.
Yeah, they were before the craft beer boom.
Yeah, which is
like in the 2010s.
Yeah, because when they went to college, Chris went to Colorado where he found the microbrew scene, and he was starting to get more into that. And then John started homebrewing on the East Coast. He was still in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
And John, wait, this says, I thought Chris was the one in Colorado. I'm very confused. Maybe John ended up in Colorado at some point, because it says John was in Philadelphia and then Chris went to Colorado. But then, and that was in 1992, I was just a baby. And in 1995, while Chris was finishing up school, okay, John maybe looked for a job in Boulder, and he walked into Oasis Brew Pub just as they were having, quote, a little emergency. He asked if there was any brewery work available. A guy walked out from the back, tossed him a T-shirt, handed him a mop. A brewer was invented. Because, I mean, back then, that was how you got into the brewing industry. Was you asked if they had anything that you could help with, and kind of started off with volunteer stuff.
Yeah, I think you can still volunteer, probably.
Yeah.
Like cleaning tanks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, back then especially, that's how you got in the door.
Yeah. So John worked on learning all of the, like, everything you need to know about everything to brew. And Chris, after he graduated school in the States, went to brewing school in Europe. And they came up with the name Tröegs after a few too many test beers because it combined their last name with Krog, K-R-O-E-G, Krog, the Flemish word for pub. So they opened up in July 1997. There were only like 5 people that worked there, but it took 11 people to run the bottling line. So it was like all hands on deck. They built their current tap room in 2011. Is when it opened up in Hershey, Pennsylvania, where they do lots of beer tours, and they've got a, quote, snack bar to create food as original and interesting as the beer.
Okay.
So they went from 2 people to 250 people, and they make lots and lots of beer. Yeah. When they were small children, they were always looking to invent new ways to entertain themselves, like building skateboard ramps, dabbling in car top surfing, or creating a homemade cannon. And while their father was always shaking his head at their latest endeavor, you might also catch a prideful smile on his face. It was the 80s. It was a different time. Kids were basically feral back then. But yeah,
I would say that this is a really good beer.
Mm-hmm.
That would be more malty. I didn't know about the cherries, but I am intrigued by this beer. It's very good.
So the Mad Elf is an ale brewed with honey and cherries.
This bottle says ale brewed with honey and cherries.
Yeah, so I don't know, but the description, the color is ruby red, versus the Mad Elf Grand Cru is tart cherry. So maybe it's a different type of cherry. Yeah, because it's tart.
A more expensive cherry,
cherries.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know the different types of cherries, but I'm sure it's a thing. Just like apples, you can buy different apples.
Yeah.
Grapes, you can buy different grapes.
Yeah, because there's 5 different cherry varieties. Wait, no. Yeah. 5 different cherry varieties in the Mad Elf. And there's only 1 cherry variety in Grand Cru.
Okay.
So I'm sure it's a very different profile. But
yeah, I've never had the base, the original.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a really good beer. What else do you want to say about this one?
We need to go to Hershey for multiple reasons, but this is one of them.
You always say that, and it never happens.
Well, we got to wait till the kids are big enough where Lily can ride the roller coasters that she wants to ride.
Well, what else do you want to say about this beer or the brewery or about life?
I'm looking forward to finishing this.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Hope you had a good one. Hope Santa brought you what you needed and some of what you wanted.
Yeah.
At a minimum.
Or a lump of coal.
Or a lump of coal if you deserved it. I don't know. You do you, boo.
Someone asked, like, if in like West Virginia and all those in Appalachia, where like coal was like, like their bread and butter.
Yeah.
Like, is getting a lump of coal like a good thing?
I mean, it's useful. You can use it to heat your house. But, I did tell a mom in one of my mom's groups that she needed to consider putting a bunch of coal under the tree for her kids and hiding their presents in a closet and then let them stew for a minute and then open the closet and show them their presents. Because backstory, she posts a picture of her ceiling fan to this mom's group and says, guys, apparently I haven't noticed for ages that I haven't noticed ever that we have a 4-blade ceiling fan when I thought that we had a 5-blade ceiling fan. And nobody knows what happens to the 5th blade. It obviously never existed. And the picture like clearly shows like the remains of a 5th blade in the ceiling fan. And she's like, and this is the first day of Christmas break. She's like, don't know what happened. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody's fessing up. So I was like, check all the garbages, check all the closets, check under their beds. And then consider buying like a bunch of like that coal candy from Dollar Tree and putting that under the tree instead of presents. Let them stew for a bit and then pull their presents out of a closet. Like 5 different people said, well, the elf did it, of course. Duh. It's not the kids, it's the elf.
The elf on the shelf.
Yeah.
But we will be back once again for day 25 of the Beervent calendar, and I'm excited because I know what it is.
Yep. We did not get 2 beers because we did not order in time. Because I misspoke at the beginning of the episode. You didn't get glassware this year. You got an extra beer if you ordered in July.
You didn't misspeak. You were just wrong. And you shamed me for calling you out.
I don't care. I will always do that. I am right. It's the engineering. Haven't I sent you that engineer dude presenting where it's...
I think I sent that to you.
You probably sent it to me, but I think I sent it to you like 2 years before you sent it to me.
Yeah.
Where it's if I'm right and you're wrong, I'm right.
If I'm
wrong and you're wrong, I'm right.
We've already talked
Or
about
you're wrong.
this. I remember posting this to the Craft Parenting Facebook page.
Yep.
Like a screenshot of it.
Okay. Smash that like button. Slam subscribe. Ring that notification bell.
Craft Parenting Joe Instagram.
5-star review on Podcatcher. I'm at Caroline Creates Crafts. Craft Parenting Podcast on most social media platforms. Bye. What are you doing? Like 2 people are going to get that reference.